On this week's episode, we eventually find our way back to food. I apparently am having a problem again thinking about food 24/7. And then Scott, do you think about food?
Yeah, but I don't see it as a problem.
It's a problem because food's bad for us. Food's another scam.
Because if you stopped eating food, you die and nothing would be bad anymore.
Well, the food that they present to us that we can buy is bad for us.
Oh, see, thank you for being more specific.
Thinking about going back to single ingredient food again.
Okay, works for me.
It sucks. But what else we got to talk about on the show besides continuing going back to food?
For some odd reason, sex toys keep coming up into the show. Why is that?
Because a bunch of women just showed us to us on TV this week. Watch for that story. What else?
Mostly food. But there was, Lineage II. We did talk about that.
So Scott's back. Well, we are a Twitch stream show and a YouTube show, so why not?
Hey, did you notice something else? We'll talk about that when we're all done.
Okay. Welcome to the Don't Know Show. It's your time to unwind and leave your worries behind. This is a show hosted by a robot and a human. And I am going to be worth more money after all these surgeries, Scott, than I have cash.
Ooh.
The cost of these surgeries, we just got the last one for my hip, what the cost was. What do you think the cost for the surgery for one hip replacement, full hip replacement is?
Okay, your portion or the entire cost?
The entire cost.
$23,000.
Okay, but $23,000, a lot more people will be having them. You must think higher than that.
Really?
Okay, it's one night in the hospital. It's a total new hip made of titanium.
Oh, titanium. That's right. They're expensive, but they're good because the bones grow with it.
Even if it's not good, it's, but still $23,000.
Yes.
You can buy a car for that.
Yes.
Yeah. And I just said I'm going to have more money. I'll be worth more after these surgeries.
Exactly.
Than I will have cash.
And the reason I went with 23 is because they wanted to charge $18,000 for me to go in for my teeth with the titanium screws.
That was your teeth?
Yep.
That sounds pretty cheap, actually.
$18,000.
That sounds pretty cheap.
Only for the lowers.
Oh, well, I was going to say like 40 to 60,000.
Yeah,
for a full
it's just absolutely ridiculous.
So based off of what I just said there, what do you think the hip cost?
Well, now I'm going up to 60.
Let's get into the hundreds and try again.
Oh, what the hell? I mean, 100 and a quarter.
I'm just going to give it to you. $260,000.
It's just absolutely asinine.
And I probably left out some stuff. But yeah, that's crazy.
Fortunately, you only got to come up with 70%, so you're all right.
Yeah, exactly. I told you it's more money than I had. But yeah, so we're going to talk about what we've noticed going on in the world today, including me becoming more and more of a robot every day.
And me becoming more and more a human every day.
But I'm that robot. I'm Steve, now the human.
And I'm the human, and I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to $200 bills.
I didn't even understand what you said because you were so busy going,
$200,000 medical bills.
Yeah, I got another hip to go.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
My hips alone will be over $500,000.
Yeah, see, and then you can retire on it.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, I'm retired now. You want the money? You just got to wait till I die, then you can have all the titanium back.
Yeah, but I got to get to the. Yeah, it's crazy.
So anyway, yeah.
But so like Scott said, go down there and subscribe. It's free. Share this with other people. It's free. And for those of you who are watching us live on Twitch, I hope you have your fill of the eggs. Scott is going to do a fast turnaround on this show, so this show will resurrect again on YouTube in 3 days. Just like Scott.
Now I'm confused. Oh, yeah, the rising of Christ. Yes, that's 3 days, sir. Okay, get it now. Sorry, I wasn't going there. That's what Easter's all about, I suppose. See, to me, Easter's all about Cadbury eggs and jelly beans.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? Who cares if it's got caramel in it?
That's right.
Which one has caramel in it?
Jeannie sent me a really cool little, well, actually 2 little cool things. And I told her that Goobers was upset with me because I was upset with him.
Okay.
The bunny on TV drops, Cadbury eggs. All he drops is poop.
Yeah, and you eat that too.
No, they're smart pills. I don't need them. I'm already smart.
I don't think so, but okay.
There you go, Steve. Just remember, you're the blimp.
So let's talk about what's going on in the world today.
Yeah.
With the pictures behind us, which you tried to segue to.
I did not. I was blunt about it. No segue involved. It's a blimp. It says Goodyear on it.
Yeah, it also says, I can't even see Wingfoot on the
NSA?
tail. Wingfoot 3.
Okay.
We said the 3 in the United States is Wingfoot 1, Wingfoot 2, and Wingfoot 3.
Oh, that was more than, a day ago. So no, I don't remember.
And what did we say was happening this year? What happened? What's happening to Goodyear this year?
They're merging with Michelin?
We talked it. No, Jesus Christ. We talked about it on our show.
You already brought that name up in the subject already. You keep doing it. Because it's Ether.
What is going on with Goodyear this year?
Are they building a new one?
Oh my God.
I don't remember.
Are they having a birthday?
Every year they have a birthday. This must be a big one though. So I'm assuming maybe it's 100?
It started in 2025.
So it's 100.
100. Yeah.
2025.
1925 to 2025.
There you go. It's like, wait a minute. They're all a year old. They're brand new babies.
Yeah, 100 years old.
Okay.
So what did I say they were going to do for their 100th-year-old anniversary?
Is this the one where they're going to let certain people, like a lottery system, to write it?
Yes. So apparently Derek Stevens has a pool or something, or maybe Goodyear let the people who won the lottery for Las Vegas come and stay at one of his hotels.
Okay.
Derek Stevens owns Circa, the D, and
probably the Soleil, because then it'd be Circa du Soleil.
No, Circa.
Circa du Soleil. Circa du Soleil. Circa du Soleil.
So he was out there at the airport.
Okay. Was he doing anything cool?
Well, he brought the people. He was watching them come back.
Golden
Gate. Golden Gate Hotel, that's what it is.
There's somebody walking up there to the nose of the unit.
Well, okay, they're not walking at the nose of the unit. So this is pretty cool. So this is them after they went out on their trip and they landed. So after they land, check this out. I got to get out of the way.
Out of the way, Steve. You're blocking the view.
Oh, bring the mic over here. Okay. You see that tail fan? You can't really see it until it turns a little bit more. But the tail fan is on a pivot.
Right.
And it's pointing straight down right now. Okay? So there's 2 fans back there. One's pushing and the other one's there. Look at the mast attached to the truck. After they fly in to a bigger area of the airport, they hook up the cable the nose to the top of the mast, and that truck is actually driving. That truck is driving. And that truck is moving, positioning it closer to see the truck back there.
I do, yes.
That they have. So they keep the back end off the ground. They've got the forward propellers going. You can see underneath the O in Goodyear.
Yes.
The forward propeller driving it forward. But then as he drives, so he's driving this way. right?
Yep.
They're repositioning it to get it so they can then they'll land it, they'll do it, and they'll unload it. So the
Yeah,
Goodyear
it's
blimp.
interesting because I would have thought that they'd pull it, not push it.
Well, I mean the wind's blowing, so you gotta
Right. Yeah.
keep it so the wind's pushing the blimp away from the mast. But yeah, look at the dust that's kicking up.
Yeah. And what kind of dust is it, Steve?
Nevada dust.
It's sand dust. Because that's what's all over Nevada is sand. It's
Sandusky
freaking
is
everywhere.
Sandusky's in Ohio.
Sandusky, Ohio. I've heard of that place. Never been there though. I think I came close.
So
I almost made it to Pennsylvania.
So that's what I saw on Friday. Friday in Las Vegas. The Goodyear blimp was there. I got other pictures of it. It was
Totally
landing
cool.
and taking off and stuff like that. I was waiting for it to take off, but hadn't even had the people. I was there for like 15 minutes because I saw them getting it all warmed up and everything, so I thought they were going to take off. But then that's when I saw the people pull up, and it was already a half hour before the people even pulled up. And I said, I don't have any more time on my lunch.
Right.
So I left, and then when I saw it come back over the top, that's when
It's really interesting this happened to you on Friday.
Why?
Because my picture's from Friday also.
Oh. And what did you do on Friday?
Well, Friday we had nice weather, so I went outside. I've got to get my garage cleaned out so I can get my lawnmower through the garage because I can't cut the grass in the front unless I can drive through the garage. There's no other way to get the lawnmower from the back to the front. It's too big to fit through the gate.
Okay.
So when I was out there straightening some stuff out and I was trimming the bushes and stuff, I was doing a lot of outdoor stuff. I noticed that one of the Daffy Ducks went open.
So now, how's your weather been? Because we got cold again.
Yes.
We got up to 90, and then we're back down in the 50s and 60s in the morning. And then and Friday, I think it was only around 65 or what. It didn't warm up Friday.
Today we were only 47, and at night it was actually last night it was also like 47. It just never went anywhere all day. And tonight I think we're supposed to go down to 41.
Wow.
So yeah. It's April. That's what it happens. Up and down, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, funsies.
Is that why they use the Easter Bunny? Because the Easter Bunnies hop up and down?
Yeah. Easter bunnies hop up and down, and they leave smart pills everywhere called Cadbury eggs.
So did you have anything else you wanted to say on Hoppity Easter? Again, I'm disappointed that you didn't wear your bunny head.
No,
even though you tell me it's too hot, it's too hot. It's like sacrifices for the show. I keep eating peanut butter and jelly stuff that sucks.
I went to the store to buy some just to try it. They don't have any at our stores yet.
You got lucky. The lava ones were good. I like the lava ones. Remember the lava ones?
Yes.
The chocolate lava?
Yep.
So, yeah. So that was good. But no. I have not found anything good peanut butter and jelly. And my sister's like, oh, have you tried Uncrustables? I'm like, well, that's just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with no crust.
Pretty much, you're right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I like that. Yeah, those are actually good. I like Crustables. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But I tried the peanut butter jelly banana bacon one, whichever one that Elvis had. I tried, what else did I try with peanut butter and jelly that was terrible that I had? It was just, I cannot find a peanut butter and jelly something that's not a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I like.
Yeah.
I like peanut butter and jelly.
How about peanut butter and jelly on a banana?
No, I didn't like it, remember?
Did you try it on the banana?
Yeah, remember? It was on a sandwich. It was on bread, too. I just added the banana to the sandwich, and I was like,
Okay.
I remember I can't do bananas now anymore.
How about pretzel rods? That has potential.
I like peanut butter and pretzel rods. I just don't know.
Yes.
Don't know if I like the other one.
Well, jelly would go with the pretzel. Peanut butter goes with the pretzel. I think it could work.
Yeah, but that's pretty much just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at that point because somebody didn't make it. I mean, I'm making it. Now, if somebody made it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. Okay.
I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Sure. As do most people.
So why wouldn't I like these other things, these other variations? I like vegan very salty potato chips dipped in chocolate.
Okay, I'll go along with that.
Really good. I like pretzels dipped in chocolate. Love pretzels dipped in chocolate.
One of the places where we get food in season when it's the season is open is Greenie's Clubhouse, which is at the golf course here in town. And they have their own homemade potato chips that they serve with their sandwiches. You can upgrade, of course, to onion rings and tots and stuff like that. But I actually like, because I get the California Club, which is turkey meat and all that sort of stuff. And I use Thousand Island dressing on the sandwich.
Hold on. California Clubs usually imply that there's avocado and sprouts on there.
That is correct.
A California Club in Wisconsin probably doesn't have the sprouts on it, but does have the avocado?
That is correct. I was just going to say that, and you kept talking, so I figured you were going there.
In there. So I'll have to wait to see what the answer is to what Scott says is correct. Bummers. So I'm going to readjust here. I don't know why my computer's loading up.
Steve is all frozen. Steve is all frozen, but I can hear him. He can't hear me. This is really weird. There, he's back.
All right, you're back now. Okay, so that is correct. No sprouts. So what does it have on it?
It has obviously the avocado, some kind of.
You like that?
I don't mind avocado. I just don't eat it frequently.
Okay, that surprises me.
Here's the part that's really weird. The avocado has to be good avocado. It has to be at the right ripeness. I don't like it when it's still freaking hard. Oh, it's gross. And then if it gets old and gets that kind of like grayish tint to it, it has a nasty aftertaste for me.
Okay. I love the fact that you only eat food if it's good. You know, when it's
only
rotten,
if it's good.
Spoiled,
if it's terrible, I do not eat it.
When it's spoiled, I don't like it. Good for you.
No. Yes.
I'm glad you make that determination.
Stephen, I'm smarter than the average bar. It's true. It's true.
That's why you don't eat Goober's poop.
But yeah, he has, I want to say turkey, lettuce, but it's the expensive kind of lettuce, you know.
I like leaf lettuce. I like head lettuce. I like regular leaf lettuce. I'll eat romaine. Yeah. Definitely not a kale kind of guy.
No,
we've talked about that. I need a food you got to massage before you eat it.
So
I'll laugh. Read the recipes.
I do like eating spinach as lettuce.
I like spinach, but I do have to cut the stems. I don't like when they leave the long stems on. That bothers me.
I eat it. It's okay.
If they put the two stems over the two leaves, it'd be okay. You know.
I get it.
But if it's a leaf and a stem, I eat the leaf and it's got the stem left, I'm just spitting stems out.
Right. It kind of reminds you of eating shrimp when you still got the tail in your fingers.
No, it reminds me of eating a cherry with the stem on it and eating the stem.
Oh, yeah, but you're supposed to tie the stem in a knot with your tongue when you eat a cherry.
And you spit it out.
Yes.
Again, with the
proof of concept. I understand.
Very consistent.
Uh-huh. So. Which is much better than some of the food we've eaten over the years.
So is that what you did for Easter?
Well, we had, instead of going out to eat, we had my brother-in-law and nephew come to our house, and I cooked food.
What'd you cook?
I made a sparrow sliced ham, mashed potatoes, corn, and sourdough rolls.
What kind of corn? Cream corn, corn on the cob?
Sweet corn in a can.
Oh, man. All the great corn you have there, and that's what you made?
It's the wrong season.
Could have made corn ribs.
No. You get canned or frozen. That's all you get right now.
Have you seen the new corn ribs?
Corn ribs. Wait a minute. Did I see something on TV about that?
Yeah. Or they cut it up and make it like a rib of corn, as opposed to, all the corn stays together. So they take it completely off of the husk. And then you just cook up the little, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
So this food's going to be pretty much concentric food, I guess.
Oh, we like food.
We'll jump off on a few other things, but apparently we're going to talk a lot about food.
Okay. You got to start with the first thing because that's part of one of the questions you asked earlier today.
Okay. What else for Happy Easter then?
Well, I have not been doing Siege because I'm not strong enough. And the guys that are doing this, they hit me for hundreds of millions of damage.
So what does this have to do with Happy Easter?
We already did the Happy Easter.
I
Next
said
subject
Happy
is
Easter. You said first subject. And you said the first subject. We still got to do the first subject. So I did the first subject. I said Happy Easter.
we're
And you
done with
start
the
talking
first
about,
subject.
and you start talking about something else completely.
Yes, because we're done with the first subject. The second
Because
subject.
what I'm going to say,
I
what I'm gonna say
apologize for
is,
saying first.
I'm going to tell you that I'm listening to you, but you're not listening to me.
I'm not listening to myself either. So what's wrong with that?
So you've had some problems with Lineage 2.
Yes, we're still
that
having
fixed?
problems. No,
Are you back in the game?
it is better. Yes, we're in the game. It is
You
better.
are you in the game? You weren't in the game at all.
Yeah, for 2 days I couldn't get in. I finally got the VPN installed properly, and presto changeo was able to get in.
Yeah.
So, but we're still under attack, and every once in a while, a whole bunch of not everybody. That's what makes this so weird. It's like I'll have 12 instances of the game running, and 11 of them will crash, and one will stay in. It's like, how is that possible?
I don't know.
It's really
Now,
weird.
you guys won a castle while you were down and out.
Yep.
Do you still have it?
No. Yeah. Well, today we had Siege again, and I joined for the last half an hour because the event that I was doing on my own, I could never do before. And I got help from one of the other guys. And he made me stronger because I did not know how to apply certain features of the events in the game to make me stronger. And now all of a sudden I go into this area that I could never go into before, and I'm killing things by myself. Boom. I mean, slow. Instead of hitting them 1 or 2 times and dying.
Well, instead of them killing you.
Yeah, but they don't kill me now. I stay alive all by
That's
myself.
what I just said.
Like, yay!
Those were the words I just used. So instead of killing you.
Yep. So I was able to stay alive before, but it was hurting too much. I was getting way too low, and it was taking me literally a minute to kill one mob, and you can't take a minute to kill it. With all the new stuff and the buffs, because of the event we're under, I was killing 10 a minute, which is still slow. If I...
For those of us who don't know the game, we have no idea. We have no reference.
Yes. Well, that's where I was trying to go. I was going to explain this. If I go to step back to the last place, the lower level that I was at, I was killing 50 a minute, minimum 50 a minute versus 10. So it's still, it's still slow, but it's so much better because the rewards are much higher where I'm at. So it's pretty cool. I'm very happy. And then I got done and I was listening to the other group, the guys at the Siege. We actually took another castle. So we had 2, and it's like, so I joined them. Yeah. So I joined them because I can do that skill called Flash, which makes the guys that are invisible visible.
Right.
So I went in there. They put me into a party real quick. I started flashing. Guys show up. I killed 2 guys, which is hard for me to do. And then that kind of flashes, right? And it went really well. I died a couple times, of course, but because I made them visible, those guys died more than we did.
Were they surprised at your newfound skills? They went, "Hey, you're actually helpful."
Yeah. Well, I was helpful before. Just I was more helpful. Yeah.
Right. That's what I said.
Yeah. So
before you had a skill they needed.
I was taking hits and staying alive. It's like, wow, this is so cool. And then, of course, one of the big guys comes, wham! Oh, so much for being cool.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
So, was there any talk on Lineage 2 of the of what's going on in the world, in the real world?
Well, not today, but sometimes. I probably missed something if you got something up there.
Did any of them talk about the dire wolf?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. One of the guys is actually, what's the word I'm looking for? He's in the loop on that.
Okay. So here's my question for you. Is there a character or an animal or a skill that you have dire wolves in Lineage 2?
There's a new thing called something wolf. It's not dire wolf, though. That's what it is. But it just started this week. But this was being planned for a while. It's a new upgrade to this system. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about it because we've got a whole bunch of new stuff going on, and I'm still learning.
Okay. Well, apparently the science community has learned nothing from the movie Jurassic Park.
Yes, that's obviously true.
So scientists claim to have brought back the dire wolf.
Correct.
They used DNA of a gray wolf to produce what is the extinct animal, the dire wolf. But
Yes.
if you take cells from a dire wolf and you splice it into a gray wolf, did you really make a dire wolf, or did you make a new animal that is part dire wolf and part gray wolf?
I follow along your line of thought there. I agree with that. It just seems weird that because first of all we have is fossils and stuff like that. So how do we know what a dire wolf really look like?
From the fossils, they do they get the skeleton, they put the tissue over the top of it and go,
I
that's what it looks like.
understand all
But
that.
forget what it looked like. How from the DNA
You
do you get how from the DNA do you get what its learned history is?
yes,
Like is it violent? Like the wolves that they reintroduced into, was it Michigan or Wisconsin? Up north, they brought these wolves that were supposedly extinct. Well, not supposedly extinct, but they were no longer in that region, and they
yes,
brought them back from Canada and put them in there. But these animals that were from Canada are very aggressive. They were killing cattle. They were killing
yes,
livestock. And then they brought them down from Canada and just dropped them off in this neighborhood. And all of a sudden, all the pets were disappearing.
wonder why.
Like, no crap. Like, wolves are mean. Why would you bring wolves back to an area that hasn't had them for a while? So, oh, we're going to rebalance the eco. I don't think so.
Well, what I think they're trying to do is they're trying to come up with something to help cut down on the population by creating, you know,
Of humans?
yeah, new
Well, they
new
they
alpha breeds.
they tried that with COVID,
Yes.
and then so speaking of COVID, since you brought it up,
I did not bring it up. You brought it up.
check
You
this
just
out.
took what I said and made it merge.
Check this out. Okay, let me get this screen here. Ready for this?
Oh, look, it's Google. Hi, Google.
COVID COVID-19 dot gov. I think it's COVID-19.gov, right? What? Is it COVID.gov? I mean, it's COVID.gov.
I don't know.
There we go.
I
This is
don't know.
from the White House. So if you type in COVID.gov, look what the COVID page says now. Lab leak, the true origins of COVID-19. The origin. The virus possesses a biological characteristic that is not found in nature. Data shows that all COVID-19 cases stem from a single introduction into humans. This runs contrary to previous pandemics, which were multiple spillover events. Wuhan is home to China's foremost SARS research lab, which had a history of conducting gain-of-function research. That's where they altered the genes of a virus to make it more lethal. Now, did you see 911?
No.
Do you watch 911? Oh.
No.
Well, the last 2 episodes of 911, guess what they did? They took a different one and they had a lab there and they made it. They did a gain of function. So gain of function means make a thing more lethal. No, it wasn't monkeys. It was rats. But gain of function, take something that's already deadly and make it more deadly. Great. Wuhan Institute of Virology researchers were sick with COVID-like symptoms in the fall of 2019, months before COVID-19 was discovered at the wet markets. Nearby, by nearly all measures of science, there was evidence of a natural origin. It would, if there was evidence of a natural origin, it would have already surfaced, but it hasn't. So here's where the lab was, and there's where the market was, and these guys were sick. Gee, I wonder where they shopped.
Oh,
But yeah,
probably at Best Buy.
very interesting. So everything that they were saying to us about how it started and all that stuff from this guy right here, apparently a lie. And we have evidence to prove it was a lie. A lie.
Oh, they have lots of evidence that never materializes.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? That's so crazy, dude. So
Crazy.
yeah. So, but we don't learn anything, do we? Our
No, we do
scientists
not.
don't learn
We're
anything.
not supposed to learn anything.
They're bringing back dire wolves. Next thing they'll be bringing back dinosaurs. They take viruses and then they kill them because they want their damn weapon.
The one thing that I don't understand is what, are dinosaurs going to be tasty?
Probably not.
Exactly.
They'll
Well,
probably taste like crocodile.
yeah, that's what
It
I'm
might taste
thinking.
like frog legs.
Yeah, but people like those.
Not everybody.
People eat snails, dude. You go to some other countries, they eat
I like
big
escargot.
giant bugs.
I like escargot. I like escargot. I like rattlesnake. Those are all good. Again, back on food. Why do we keep
Tastes
getting
like
back
chicken.
on food?
Tastes
you
like
hungry?
chicken.
We keep getting on food. It's
I
crazy.
am certainly not hungry. Not only, because then we had Chinese for dinner. So
You're hungry. All right. Do you remember the movie you recommended I should see? 2 weeks ago.
I recommended a couple different movies.
No, you recommended one movie for me to see. You thought
I
it was
did?
really good. Yep. I'll give you a hint.
You must have your music thing still turned off.
No, music's on.
Oh,
For musicians is on.
Andy Griffith. Oh, No Time for Sergeants.
Yeah. It wasn't as funny as, it wasn't a laughing all the time.
No,
It's kind of sad in parts.
yes.
The way you played
but-
it off, was like it was funny. It was it was kind of a Lenny and
Squeaky.
and no, not Squeaky. Lenny and God, of Mice and Men. What are the two characters of Mice and Men?
You got me, Maynard.
You don't know the book of Mice and Men?
Like from 8th grade?
That's a great book, dude.
Dude.
Mice and Men characters.
In 8th grade, I was getting
It's a Steinbeck.
into the Executioner series.
Oh, no shit. Curly? It was Lenny and Curly.
Lenny and Curly.
Yeah. George Milton. George. Hey, George.
George.
Yes, George.
George
George.
of Jungle.
The George and Curly, I don't know. Tragic story of broken Jews, Great Depression, two migrant ranch workers, George and Milton, and Lenny Small, as they travel to California. Yeah. So it kind of reminded me of them. Right?
Okay.
Because the two guys, right? And
Sure.
they had the sergeant as the third guy. He kept coming back in there and he kept dragging everywhere.
Sure.
So it kind of reminded me of that. No?
Yeah, because I don't remember the movie, so it's irrelevant. But
Which movie you don't remember? Of Mice and Men, or you don't remember?
Yes, of Mice and Men.
You don't remember the Sergeant movie?
Of course I do. So, but the thing, what I was alluding to was people never thought of him as a goofball because, as the Andy Griffith Show, he was the wise one, right?
He was the wise one in that too. He was just naive. Everything he did was super smart
Technically, yes,
and super strong.
but he was. We have had friends like Susie's best friend all through high school was stupid book smart, no common sense whatsoever. I mean, oh my God.
You
dumb.
get him to lick his fingers and stick him in a light socket.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So,
But he knew. But he explained exactly why he got electrocuted.
Yeah. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
So, but I thought that was really cool how most people think of him as Andy Griffith and as a singer, guitar player. They don't think of him as really an actor.
I think of him as an actor.
He was.
I think
awesome.
of him more of an act. I think of him as more of an actor than a singer.
Yeah. Well,
There were a lot of stars in that movie too.
there were.
Well, I read it off when we had it on there. That was a lot.
Yep. So,
It was
well, thanks
crazy.
for checking it out.
Yeah, it was good. I listened to your recommendations.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I have to get ready because I know what you're going to do next.
What am I going to do?
You're going to introduce somebody.
Okay. Go ahead, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and men of all ages, it is that time. It is that time. Yes, that time to be positive on Easter. And we have a special Easter-centric, genuine positivity message from Funguy the Entertainer.
I don't know how they do that. It sounds so good when they do it. It just sounds like me going, ah,
Ah!
yeah. Bing, bing, bing. Anyway, he may be a bunny and it may seem funny, but he brings you treats that are fun to eat. Happy Easter from me, Funguy the Entertainer.
What's that over there?
Such a goofball.
Oh, he's dead. That wasn't you. I just shot the bunny.
I'm the bunny.
No, you're not. You didn't wear the hat.
Hey, did you cut your hair again?
Yes, I did. I cut it once every month, whether it needs it or not.
Yeah, I just noticed that it's shorter than I've seen it in a while.
Yeah, because it got cut today.
Yay, because you need to go out and get some sun on your head. Recharge your noggin.
Well, yes, but no. Here, just got to adjust the lighting. As the sun goes down, I got to keep adjusting the lighting.
Let the sun goes down.
Sun's still up here.
Oh, not here. It's dark.
All right.
All right.
So now, what the hell is going on with Blue Origin and their women riders? Have you seen all the hate that they're getting?
I don't understand it. I mean, for crying out loud, that's what Blue Origin's all about. Letting regular people go into space, but it takes money to do that.
But the problem is these quote riders are calling themselves astronauts. Okay. First off, the whole trip was only 11, 12 minutes, right? And they were only in a weightless atmosphere in a little over 2 minutes. Do you know the ride at Space Mountain is 3 minutes? Based off of that, I'm an astronaut.
Yeah.
But then they come out and they say really stupid stuff. Really stupid. Like Katy Perry gets out and kisses the ground. Well, first off, did you see any of the footage of it at all?
No. Well, I saw the news, the blurb of the news that was like 30 seconds.
Did you see them open the hatch from the inside?
No.
So it lands and the women stand up and open the hatch from the inside. Then this girl runs over and goes, shut the hatch. They got all on film. Then Jeff Bezos walks up with this little wrench and he puts it in the door. He's fumbling with it because the door's already open, puts it in, opens the door, and then the door just falls open.
Sure.
I mean, it's hilarious. But Katy Perry gets out, kisses the ground, and she goes, one of the things she says, she goes, oh, you know, I'm paraphrasing this, but she goes, I'm so excited, but you know, it was amazing. And all the training we did to complete this journey. So let's talk about the training they did. I pulled down the training. Okay. This is from Blue Origin. Now, Blue Origin is going to make it sound like they did some serious training, right? Well, so let's listen to the words they use. This all-male female flight included both physical and psychological exercises, as well as suit fitting, familiarization yourself. So they got suit fitting. No, don't do exercises. It's distracting. That's not how you get suit fitted. They didn't even do those exercises. Okay. They got suit fitting. That's not how you do suit fitting. And that's not how Sanchez got her big boobs.
Oh.
They were stuffed in there by a doctor. Okay.
Damn.
So the new Shepherd rocket procedures, which apparently they didn't follow because they opened the door from the inside.
Right.
Okay. It included weightlessness and viewing the Earth from space. So they had to train them on how to view the Earth from space. Now here's a more detailed breakdown. suit fitting and training. Again, suit fitting. It's very important that those suits they had were fitted.
Yes.
Crew members, okay, again, now this is Blue Origin telling you how rigorous the training was. This is them. Again, the crew members were fitted for their space suits and underwent training procedures like donning and doffing the suits. So they taught them how to put the suit on and take the suit off. They taught them how to
That's
get dressed and how to
challenging,
get undressed. Did you see the suits? They were regular Earth clothes. They weren't
Were
like
they
with all
really?
the hoses and helmets. They didn't have helmets or no vacuum connecting hoses and all
So
that.
basically, if there was a problem, they were hosed.
It's a jumpsuit. Okay.
Yeah.
As well as specific tasks with rockets. Okay, here's the physical and psychological training. The training involved both physical exercises to prepare for the G-forces of the launch and psychological preparation for the unique experiences of spaceflight. Familiarization with the Shepard rocket, the crew learned about the procedures for boarding. Here's how to get in. Okay, open the door, go through the door. Launching, sit in the seat, don't get on. Returning to Earth, which apparently they didn't do because they got out of their seats and unlocked the door. And this included, Scott, learning how to operate the seatbelts.
That's important to know, though,
Okay. Emphasis on weightlessness and viewing the Earth. Training focused on how to view the Earth from the space. Open your eyes and look. That's the training. That's from Blue Origin. That's all the training. Hello?
Hello.
What the hell is that crap? So
Did their suits look like that?
not even that ornate. I wish they did look like that. I wish
Yeah,
they
no
did
kidding.
look like that. Then I would have said, okay, cool.
That's the current movie I'm on right now. I've been watching the Marvel series in order.
I know you told me you were trying
I'm
to
getting
get in.
close. That's from 2021.
But Gail King is always like, I want everyone to stop saying we went for a ride. We were astronauts. Well, you saw the FAA stepped in. The FAA said, nope, they're not astronauts. He goes, what? I'm not an astronaut? I'm not an astronaut? No, you're a talk show host that's friends with Oprah.
Right.
So I'm like, Jesus, people, they're not astronauts.
Yeah. But if you went up in space, you'd want to be an astronaut.
You wouldn't be an astronaut. You're a passenger. You went for a ride. You didn't do anything. I mean, let's face it. Okay, if that is the bar for becoming something, I've made love to women. I'm a gynecologist.
There you go.
You know what? I sewed a button on my shirt. I'm a fashion designer.
I heard that about you. You got a runway show and everything.
You know what? I'll bet you've done this too, but I've put together IKEA furniture. I'm a journeyman carpenter.
Ooh, I've done more than that. I've injured myself while working with power tools.
Yeah.
I'm
The other day, go ahead.
I'm definitely a professional now.
Yeah. I blew up. Did you have to bandage yourself?
Yes.
Then you're a
And I
hand
had to go.
surgeon.
Ooh.
The other day, I blew out a candle. I'm a battalion fire chief now. You know, when I visited Harvard, I must be a lawyer.
Ooh.
Okay,
Hi,
and
Gooch.
this is my last one. Ooh, you're a wild animal tamer, right?
Sure.
You are goobers. You're a wild
I
animal
got
tamer.
goobers. And I got,
I mean,
and I have cats. Oh my God. Urgh.
if this is the threshold for doing stuff. Now, here's my last one, and if you have any, you can. But our last one is our word of the week. Okay, and you'll have to figure this out. I know
already
how to
had a word
crack
of the
sugar. What?
I already had a word of the week.
Okay, you're not listening to what I'm saying. This last one is our word of the week. Okay?
Okay.
I know how to crack sugar. Therefore, I am a. Now you just have to wait to see what our word of the week is to see what I am.
I see. You're giving
that's
us
a hint.
long-term segue.
Cracking sugar. I'm trying to sweep the half hour.
Cracking sugar, cracking sugar.
We'll come back to cracking sugar. Explain
Yep.
to people what that is. As part of
I
our
know
word
where
of
you're
the
going
week.
now, so that's cool.
Well, you wrote the word of the week, so you should know.
I were confused.
Do you know what cracking sugar is? You don't have to tell me what it is, just yes or no.
No.
You don't know how to crack sugar?
No.
All right, well, we'll explain it during the word of the week. So
I
stick
get my
around to find out what
I go like
cracking
this,
sugar is.
stick my finger in the finger bowl, then I go again. That's as close as I get.
I have no idea what you're doing. You ever make peanut brittle?
Yes.
Then you crack sugar.
That's right. It is. It has to go to hard crack, not or just hard crack, not the soft ball. That's right. I forgot about that. That was a long time ago.
See how smart you are?
I'm smarter than the average bear,
You just can't remember.
but smart bears are smarter than me. Damn.
Yeah. All right,
E.
Little Caesars, baby.
Little Caesars, crappy ass
All right, so
pizza.
I don't know if you've seen the ads now, but Dr. Pepper is advertising the shit out of the blackberry soda.
It's good.
Yeah, you had it, right? The sugar-free one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've liked out so far. We've done the blackberry, the strawberry and cream, and the orange cream is Dr. Is that Dr. Pepper or is it Coke? Coke was the orange cream, right?
Oh. Well,
What's the other flavor? We got 3 flavors. I know we do.
I have one more thing.
Okay. One more
Back on
thing.
Blue Origin.
Blue.
Remember how they gave all of the hockey guys that were part of Ovechkin's goals, the ones that didn't let him score, they gave him
Yes.
trophies?
Yep.
Well, apparently somebody is giving
And
out,
beer.
I don't know if this is accurate or not, but somebody sent me this. They are sending everybody who was on the Blue Origin this replica of Blue Origin.
Do. Oh, yes. Yes. Sex toys. We love sex toys.
No, that's a replica of Blue Origin.
It's a sex toy. We discussed that the last time we had that on the show.
It's a replica.
It is a sex toy.
It's a replica of Blue Origin. Deal with it.
Hey, Blue Origin's a sex toy.
Out of the Blue Origin replica. It's a all-woman crew.
Ah, yeah.
All right. So
what do we
back
got?
to pizza.
Pizza.
Next year. Now they've done this before with Mountain Dew and had exclusive flavors where you can only get them at Pizza.
Okay.
There's the hint of the can. Can you tell what the flavor is going to be from the hint of the can? There is a hint in the upper left corner of that can.
Let me guess. Bear scat.
No.
Does it say Mango Rush?
Mango Rush.
Okay.
Mango Sweet. Only at Little Caesars Mountain Dew. But you got to wait till 2025 to get it.
It is 2025.
Oh.
Duh.
Well, when in 2025?
Yeah. Well, the problem is if it's not in zero sugar, I can't have it.
I don't know if they're going to have it. Oh, here we go. Caesar will start Monday, May 5th.
Coming up. Wild supply.
Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo.
Hey, that's okay. You know what the day before that is? May the force be with you.
Yoda Day?
Yeah.
Lightsaber Day?
Yeah. They just call it Star Wars Day.
Oh, it is Star Wars Day?
Yeah.
Okay. When
we
is Pirates
celebrated
Day?
here in Delaware. Pirates Day is every day that ends in arg.
No, seriously. Pirates Day.
Is there a Pirates Day?
I think it's Talk Like a Pirates Day.
Talk Like a Pirates Day? What's the pirate ship in Vegas? Is it still there?
No, yes, it's still there, but no, it doesn't have any shows.
Okay.
Okay, Talk Like a Pirate Day is Friday, September 19th. Talk Like a Pirate Day. International Talk Like a Pirate Day is celebrated annually on September 19th. The day is marked by pirate-themed events, social media posts, and, of course, conversations filled with pirate talk. Arr, show me your booty.
Booty, baby. Booty.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, if you can guess this one, and I will open this up to you to be, at some point, if you can just guess the food type that it will be. Okay.
Okay.
So let me share the screen and I will read the title. Taco Bell is bringing back the menu item that sold out last year and making it permanent. So in 2024, they had a menu item and it sold out at all their stores. It was a trial item. And in 2026, they're going to bring, this is 2026, they're going to bring it back. What food item at Taco Bell is this going to be?
The last thing I remember was the chalupa, but that was
Nope.
more than a year ago.
Nope. Oh, yeah, 2024. So, nope. Guess again.
I can't guess. I do not eat at Taco Bell.
Well, what kind of food's at Taco Bell? What would you expect them to be bringing back on their menu? Start naming off food that would be on their menu. Tacos, burritos, what?
Enchiladas?
No.
What
Think
are
really
those?
Mexican. Think super Mexican.
Beans.
Super, super Mexican. More Mexican than that.
More Mexican than that.
Read the screen.
Mexican rice.
Read the screen.
Taco Bell's crispy chicken nuggets are back.
Yeah.
God, that is so Mexican.
That's the first thing I think of.
Should it be crispy polo?
Palo?
Polo? Crispy polo? Polo?
The game they play on horseback?
No, isn't chicken polo?
I'm not gonna help you.
I took Spanish in freshman in high school. It's a long time ago. I just remember the important things. Dos cervezas, por favor, and then baños. As long as you know that, you're golden.
Okay. You say so.
Yep. I say so.
Okay, so you remember, was it last year or the year before last when I went and took a picture down the cereal aisle? And I was amazed at the amount of Cheerios cereal flavors there are.
Yep, I remember that.
Like it was
a lot. Yes, like
over 27.
Yeah,
like it was like in the 30s.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Cheerios just announced.
They're going to make 5 more flavors.
A brand new flavor.
Oh.
Cheerios has a brand new flavor that sounds drop the spoon delicious. Cheerios is adding a new cookies and cream protein flavor to its lineup. So that is the big new food thing you're going to start seeing, Scott. You're going to start seeing that protein is being added to all your foods.
Okay. That sounds potentially very naughty.
Protein's supposed to be healthier.
Sure. That's what men have been telling women for a long time.
I'll add protein. I'll add protein to your cereal right here, baby.
You betcha.
Here it is. Okay. That, 1 cookies Cheerio and 1 cream Cheerio, I guess.
Cookies and cream. Cheerios protein.
Yeah. So that's the big thing now. You're going to start seeing that. So start looking for foods when you go shopping now that it's like, a protein type. Protein. Look, we added protein to make it healthy. How about you just make healthy food?
Yeah.
Can we just do that?
Because people won't eat it.
Oh, okay.
As soon as you say something's good for you, people don't want it.
Well, this next food item threw me for a loop.
Fruit Loops?
No. Remember we had the Tillamook, story? How you could get free cheese for a year.
Oh, yes. I was going to say, that sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
Well, Tillamook has a new flavor fans say made them a guaranteed customer for life. It's an absolute 10 out of 10, needs to be a permanent addition. So when they told me the flavor, I went, wait, how is this? Okay, I'm going to tell you the flavor. Ready?
Sure.
Salty caramel pretzel. Cheese? Salty caramel pretzel is Tillamook's new flavor? Cheese?
It's piquing my curiosity.
And then I read the thing. All right.
Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream.
See, now that would be good.
Okay, well, they make ice cream. Okay, yeah, that's right. Tillamook makes ice cream also. But I was thinking cheese,
Right.
first,
Because
and I'm
that's what
like,
we talked about. Yep, I get it.
salty caramel. Well, when I think of Tillamook, I don't think of ice cream. I don't think of their ice
Uh,
cream brand. Do you think is that
I've,
one of the top ice cream brands you think of for ice cream?
I've never heard of it.
Tillamook or ice cream?
Tillamook ice cream.
Okay, what brands do you think of? What do you think of ice cream?
Kemp's number one. Ben and Jerry's, Edie's, Blue Bunny,
Haagen Dazs,
uh, okay, Haagen Dazs.
Breyers,
Yeah,
Breyers,
sure.
right? Halo Top.
Never heard of
You
that
say?
one.
Did you say Bluebell?
I said Blue Bunny. Never heard of
Yeah,
Bluebell.
there's
I thought
Bluebell
Bluebell
too.
was cheese.
You ever hear of Jenny's ice cream?
No.
That's a southern, uh, uh, southeast southern. How
Yep.
about Ben and Jerry's?
I say that one.
I don't know. Maybe you did.
So we
But
Quick
yeah,
Trip
I
has
don't
their
think of
own ice cream too.
Tillamook as ice cream.
Me either.
I just thought that was interesting.
Because I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. It's true.
So I thought I could maybe end the show on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill all these.
Ah.
You like these segments, so I figured I would do this one for you.
Okay.
Would
I
you read
noticed.
this? Did you read this? Just the subject of the.
Okay, we did that one. Did that one. Did
Just
that
go
one.
down to where the week can go up one, or Jimmy
Funny
Fuzziness and go up one.
pictures.
Funny pictures. You like funny pictures,
I like funny pictures.
okay? So the Blue Origin is going to go green, right?
Okay.
What does
They're
that
going to
mean?
use. Well, that means they're going to be environmentally friendly.
Right. So this is their new spaceship being delivered.
Oh, see, it works with the other one.
That's funny, right?
It is.
There you go.
We do this not because it is easy, but because we thought it would be easy.
There's your motivational banner for the day, folks. I've
April
seen this.
Fool. Yeah.
Yeah, brown ease. It's a plate of brown ease.
Yeah.
That was dumb. Job rejection. What? I think
Good
you attached
afternoon.
an image of a sausage instead of your resume. We decided to move forward with another candidate.
There you go.
I don't understand it. I don't understand the picture.
I don't either.
Maybe they were taking pictures of stuff, and then instead of their picture, they put that up there for go to the job. Here you go.
Directions too long as directed.
Yeah. Take these as directed. That direction's too long. Forget it. Just deal with it. Here you go. This is Little Darlings. So this sign is up currently, and it works on both lines.
Due to the economy, 69 will now be 96. The cost of eating out has gone up. That's
That's funny.
awesome.
That's
It
funny.
is.
I see that on the morning of my drive to work, and that sign is current. I don't.
The
What
grammar
happened?
fail. What?
Cheating. Who choked? I know it's a grammar fail, but I don't understand it. Okay, here you go. Here's a good traffic sign.
Everybody welcome except buses.
Yep.
Are you submissive, switch, dominant? I'm Armenian, actually. What's that? Small nation located south of what?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not asking where you're from. Our nation has endured great hardships. Still not what I'm asking. That is a communication fail. Hey, I'll be back in 5 minutes. If not, just read this message again. That's a good sign. You have received UTX 8,500,000 from Give Direct Foundation. Bro, I'm in no financial position to be scammed. Try elsewhere. That makes perfect sense.
Look what they said. Okay.
Okay. April Fools. Instead of donuts in the box, you get vegetables. How rude. I
Didn't even
would
open. Didn't
I
even
would
open
physically harm that person, and I'm a
it.
pacifist.
They didn't even open it. I would eat those.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'd eat them too. But if I was expecting Krispy Kremes, there damn well better be Krispy Kremes in there. Dill do, dill don't.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah. The gorilla who tried to hide at the zoo.
Doing a good job.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't see him when I
Right
first looked at the picture.
Yeah. Aw, sad little cookies. He looks kind of like an alien guy.
Yep.
Hey, do you like raisins? Honestly, not particularly. Why? What about dates? Hey, do you like raisins? Oh, yeah, it's definitely. What is Furies? Why do you ask? I'm always in pursuit of knowledge. Ooh, Canadian gangsters be taking it too far. Swear words.
They put swear words up there on the wall.
That's right.
Hey, they put graffiti on our wall. They put up swear words.
Yeah. Hello. Who is this? This is Sergeant Bales with the U.S. Marines. How are you this evening? Sergeant Balls? My mom is a lawyer, yes. Damn. Mother-in-law.
I don't get it. Moving on. Oh, here you go.
Ooh, this artwork of me, Teenage Mutant Ninjas Turtles.
Of the teenage.
Of the,
Pipes disconnected, so they got the turtles going there chasing.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
There you go.
If you're reading this, your pizza is upside down. That would be bad.
Australia excluded.
Too small. Ha, that's funny. Yeah, I couldn't read that. This kid who wanted to mow the lawn on a snowy day.
There you go. It's a lawnmower.
Yeah, it is a lawnmower. I'm curious if it worked. The broken keyboard. I cleaned my keyboard and lost the key. Ah.
This broken keyboard, I don't. Oh. There you go.
Oh, it's not honey because the F is the one that's missing. I get it. It's the F key. Yep, that makes sense. This excited dog owner.
It's actually a home key, too.
Just got called out of work and I got so excited I put clothes on my dog. Okay, order online. Fuck my life. Instead of putting my pizza in the fridge, I put my Monopoly in there.
Monopoly game in there, left the pizza on the top of the.
Yep. Well, the cool thing is pizza's good the second and sometimes even the third day.
How much were you drinking?
Not mold, just color transfer from whatever the eggs were touching when really hot. Safe to eat. 24 points. I don't know what that is. What if it's a toxic color from some toxic object? What if a meteor hits your house today? That did escalate quickly.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So now it is time to tell people how to crack sugar.
Okay.
So, since I can crack sugar, I am a professional. Word of the week, confectioner.
That is right.
So, hard cracking sugar is you have to take cracked sugar above a certain temperature.
Which,
right, Scott?
Yes, that is correct.
If you do not,
that's how you
after it starts to cool down,
it's all soft and squishy.
Yes.
I accidentally went 10 degrees too low the last time I made peanut brittle from scratch. And that's what happened. Instead of going snap, it literally bent like this.
Yep. And that temperature is between 300 and 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 to 155 degrees centigrade. At this stage, the sugar concentrate is around 99%. And when a small amount of that syrup is dropped into cold water, it forms into hard, brittle threads that easily break. This stage is used to make hard candies like lollipops, candy canes, and toffee. But our word of the week is confectioner. And what is a confectioner, Scott? So it's a double word of the week.
A person who makes candy is typically referred to as a confectioner or a candy maker. These individuals specialize in creating a variety of sweets. Exactly. Such as chocolates, caramels, and hard candies, using a combination of ingredients like sugar, flavoring, and colorings. Confectioners often have a deep understanding of the chemical and physical processes involved in candy making to produce high quality, delicious treats. And I used to make homemade peanut brittle, and then I invented chocolate peanut brittle, and it was so good.
Yeah, you did. We talked about that on the show too, I believe.
Yep.
That was like in the early days.
Yes. So,
but hard cracking is that's pretty cool actually. And you would be amazed if you don't heat that up to the temperature. Like if you miss it by a degree,
it's stupid. Yeah,
it doesn't work. And if you go over, you burn.
Yep.
Kind of weird, though, right?
Yeah, it's a combination of watching the thermometer to get they actually have lines on the candy making thermometers specifically to make sure you're in the right spot. But the problem is if you use the wrong size pot and the tip of your thermometer hits the bottom of the pan and you don't notice it, it shows hotter than it really is because it's getting the heat off the bottom of the pan. And that's what happened to me.
You're not actually getting the heat of the sugar.
But I'm kind of curious if Jimmy was a confectioner.
I don't know who Jimmy is.
Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn.
No, he cracked corn.
Yeah.
Not corn syrup, which is a form of sugar.
That's correct.
But it's not real sugar, and your body treats it as differently. And real sugar is better for you than that. And that's a whole nother conspiracy theory that we're trying to get people more healthy. More healthy? No, healthy. Just plain old healthy. Yeah. Because we do a crappy job in the United States of food. It's all fake. It's all super ultra processed. Carrots are so bad now you got to eat 10 carrots to get the same value as you used to get by eating 1 carrot.
Yeah.
Super.
You know what's really, really, really weird though? People never complain about fake boobies. I just don't get it.
Fake buoys?
Boobies.
They do complain about them. Some women have them take them out. Some people go back to reduction. There's a lot of complaints about fake boobies.
Yeah.
So with that, thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
then please subscribe, like, watch our channels, share this with somebody, subscribe this, get it out there, let people know what's going on. Watch our Twitch shows on Sunday at 5:30 Pacific time, and then watch the following week on Saturday. The show will come up on YouTube, and you can watch it again and watch it over and over and over and over again. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So I want you to live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life. Have a good one.